Okay, so I'm checking out this this head here, getting ready for Advanced Skeleton. Now, first problems. Okay, when I take a look at this, I look in the outliner, I see some suspicious things happening over here. And the best thing to do is keep an eye on things in the hypergraph. Okay, so in the hypergraph, I always have on display shape hidden underworld nodes. And so immediately we can see some problems. We got some extra cameras. Let's get rid of those. Okay, you can see the perspective and the perspective shape, top shape. Those are my cameras. I can't get rid of those. Then over here in the geometry column, we see some suspicious purple nodes. I should also point out these things sitting right here. These are empty transform nodes. I'm not sure where they came from. The shader assign thing here is suspicious. But if I go in and I use stupid piece of crap, I hate this stupid thing. File, and I can use optimize scene size, and I can look for unknown nodes and hit optimize, and those things went away. I could have just deleted those too. That'll get rid of empty layers over here, but we still got suspicious crap in here. So when I look, the teeth somehow have, it looks like I've got a retina parented to my teeth. Okay, so this is just like simple crap. Like, why is that top teeth are sitting right here and this? Okay, I don't know. Let's just unparent that thing. The top teeth, okay. They've got, looks like there's another transform node down here, and that didn't go away. I'm just gonna select it and delete it. Okay, and usually what I'll do, actually, I should point out that if I have it selected, if I have my move tool on or something, usually what I do is I just kind of shake it around and see if it affects anything. And you can kind of see it doesn't affect anything, so I can delete it, delete the history. And here, so we got the purple nodes. So these are just, basically the purple nodes indicate that we have instances. Okay, when you do the edit, duplicate, special, that's where you can make your instances. Here's the whole body. Shouldn't say character, it should say body. Keep it short and simple. Okay. There's another one of those nodes. I'll just get rid of that. These eyes here, let's just unparent those. And we can see this eye here is another problem. Pop this back into here. If you want to change the order of anything around in here in the geometry, this one's called Geo, that's right, it's totally right. I can hold down Control and middle click and I can move these around in here. Okay, so now we're back to this with the eye. So this left eye, it's got all the instances connected to it. I'm just going to delete it, and that gets rid of the instance connection. Okay. And this thing here, the right eye, is just basically just a group. Actually, I'll probably get rid of these transforms, and maybe, you know what, I'll just, because I'm lazy, how do I take all these things, middle click, whoop, parent them back. Okay, I'm just going to hit F. And the transform of that sitting somewhere in the middle, not really super important. I'm just going to go in and center it. Okay, and if I'm really, really getting fussy, I can go and do something like hold down D and V, center it directly in here. And if I go to the side view, F, frame it, looks like it's more or less centered now. I can hold down D and V and grab it just in the up and down. There, snapped. Go to the front view, hit F. And it looks like it's centered here. Something looks a little bit potentially funky right there, but that shouldn't cause you any issues. Okay, and if I get any trouble from this, because I've got all these groups in here, I'm almost tempted that you know what, when I'm doing the Advanced Skeleton, just for a test, let's do it like this. Boop. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, actually it looks like I didn't need to move that pivot point around that I just did, because I just got everything there. Okay, great. Okay, and let's actually take this stuff. You gotta make a duplicate and get it into the same spot on the other side. So if I make a Control D, duplicate, and I can rename these things, go Control G and group it, and I'm just going to go and move my pivot points. If I hold down D and X, I'll snap it someplace here so it's easy to see. And if I hold down J, I just flipped it around. If it doesn't work, that means that the prevent negative scale option is on in your scale tool, and I hate that option. Freeze it, and that should be good. This group can't stay here though, so I'm just going to go to edit, and if I go to edit and I hit ungroup, there, it's gone. And now I can take that with the advanced skeleton. Now there's, what is it, 5 minutes into this one. Okay, get rid of that outliner. So we've cleaned up the outliner, everything's good, no display layers. Now I'm just going to take a look at this piece of geometry here, and let's go and hit 5. There's a couple of things that don't look appealing. First off, this thing right here. This is weird. It's really stretched out. You want to keep everything squarish. Okay, so squarish. That gives me triangles. Triangles are better than the distortion we're getting there. Okay. And this stuff along here isn't happy looking either. And I'm just thinking about how do I want to deal with this. You know what's going to be the fastest way to deal with this? Let's get rid of these faces on the inside here. I'm just going to grab these, and I'll just do a quick grow, and I'll get rid of those. Okay. And I think the mouth sock's okay. Don't like this edge loop necessarily. This is coming up to the side here. This should kind of go up and over the nostril from the corner. So something like here, but it'll work. It's the eye that I'm concerned about. This area and this one right here. Okay, so let's go over, and I'm just wondering if I should just delete half of this thing. It's probably easier. There's no UVs laid out on this, I don't believe. No UVs laid out. Okay, sometimes that can make things a bit more painful. Let's just grab this face, and if I take this one, double click and delete. Get rid of that. Okay. So this area, let's just get the multi-cut tool, and I'm going to multi-cut myself across here, there. Okay, and I'm just kind of looking and thinking about what I'd like to change, given the opportunity to change things. Okay, I'm just going to go here. I just put a point here, so that way I could insert an edge loop here, and I go nice and square. Down through here. I'll start to clean up some of the stuff as I'm going. Edge. This one here. How do I want to deal with that? Get rid of that. Okay, so what's going to happen? Oh, I'm not going to get rid of that vertice there that I left in there. Okay, and also too, if you hold down C, you can snap it to an edge and slide it up and down an edge here. This is looking a little bit better. Okay. I'm just trying to make a quick decision. What's the fastest way to get rid of this thing? Well, you know what? This edge right here, if I just go and delete it, and then I went here and I grabbed this edge, I went edge ring and split. What did it do? It went all the way down, in through and around, bottom of the mouth, around the character, and up over to the other side. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just going to get down into here. Just going to deselect all this and take that, and I'll just delete that edge out of there. Great. Get the multi-cut tool. Now I've got an N-gon inside of my mouth. I'm gonna get rid of that in a moment. And how else do I feel about this? Okay, I might come back to this one. Just thinking about all the different ways I can get rid of it, where I can put it. I'm going to deal with this thing. So here we kind of got a kite coming in to the side here, and then this is just not looking nice and tidy right here. So I'm just going to put it, so I'm going to try to put an edge loop in. It's not happy, so I'll try it again. There. Okay, now I move this kind of triangle over here. I might take this and move it over this way. Okay, and let's just delete this edge. I'm going to try to clean as I go. There, that's looking better. I'll take this and edge ring and split. Get the multi-cut tool. Actually, I'm just going to grab the move tool for a second and adjust that a bit. And I'm just going to grab the multi-cut tool. And I'll go from here to here. Okay, so now I got a little pole right there. if I get from here to here, I don't like this thing being right around the end of the eyebrow and around the eyelid. So I'm just going to put 2 triangles here. And I'm going to go from there, there. And let's put this one here for a moment. I'll delete that one, delete that one. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to take that and get rid of it. Okay, so now I just got to get 2 edge loops going through here. And I'll go over this way. Maybe if I go from here to there. So I'm grabbing the edge ring. I just held down shift and double clicked and got this thing. And what I might do is, let's try a different thing here. Where is connect? Puts an edge loop in between those edges. I can get the multi-cut tool out, and I can go cutty, 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 boop, there. And let's see if I do this one from here to here. Great. I knew that that one, when I put it in, was going to stop when it hit this end-gon over here. So I put this end-gon into place over here. Now, I got to be careful. I don't want to get a spiral looping around here. So I've got to do something like move this thing over this way. And go from there to there. And let's see, can I pop in a loop here? If I do this, this gets gnarly. So let's go and do that. From there to there. Let's try this again. I kind of like how it's doing its little funny thing on the other side. Okay, great. I'm going to get that edge out of here. I'm going to grab the insert edge loop tool, and if you hold down shift with the insert edge loop tool, it'll pop in a, there, it does an auto flow check on your thing there. That worked. Multi-cut tool. Okay, so that's better. Now I got to deal with this over here. Now I was kind of looking at this thing and how this thing is going to join up, so I'm thinking about that already. Let's get rid of this. I'm just going to press delete. Double click on this one, hold down shift, right click, delete edge. That gets rid of all the vertices associated with that. Then get the multi-cut tool. I'm just going to go ahead and move this over to here. Something's lagging. So when it's lagging, probably means I'm starting to get a buildup of history. Still shouldn't be that bad. Anyway, Alt-Shift-D. Get rid of that. I'm slowly moving the triangle over. I can spin this thing around too. Just holding down Control Alt and hitting the arrow keys on my keyboard. Okay, and there we are. And then right here, delete. Just gonna collapse that. Okay, and I'm still gonna end up with that freaking kite that I was trying to get rid of. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just take the kite and I'm gonna move it. So if I take this edge and, oh you bastard, this edge here, and I'm gonna collapse those. And I'm just gonna keep hitting G as I'm going down here. Someplace right around here. Right there. I'm just gonna take that thing and delete it. There, so I moved that kite out of this area. This all kind of looks a little bit gnarly, so let's just delete the history. And I can go into surfaces, and there is the sculpt geometry tool. And here there's the relax verts right here. And so I can just kind of come in here and paint this, and oh my god, so smooth. And I can kind of relax some of this geometry out here. Okay, some of it's moving around quite a bit. I was hoping it wouldn't do that, but it is. Still looking neater and tidier. Okay, that's fine. Maybe, and you know what, this kite, I just don't like this kite, so I'm gonna stare at it again. So that's all gonna go nicely. What if I take, since I got the kite here, I'm gonna take it across. So I'm gonna get the multi-cut tool. I go from there to there, that keeps it in quads. And I'm gonna go across here. Okay, I'm getting kind of a nasty pull right here. Okay, trying to clean it up as I go. Let's take that out of here. Take this vertice, I'm just gonna move this down a little bit. We can start to see that's gonna line up with that. Okay, And there we go. And let's take this edge out of here. Whoop. Multi-cut tool. Okay, so now that's a bit cleaner. We still don't have really much of a nostril defined here, but there's an end gone here I still gotta get, and I'm just thinking about taking that into the nose, and so why not? If I do this, where does it go? It goes all the way around in the back of the mouth and whatever. If I hold down shift as I do this, it'll snap right directly into the middle. Got to close that off. And I'm just going to put one from there to there. See, I put the triangle in first, and that way I know it's going to stop there. I probably should have done that earlier. Okay, wonderful. And remember, if you really want to get rid of the triangle, you just go like that, and it's a quad! Okay, pop it in, it's a quad. You know what, just to make sure that I'm being true to my quad nature. There we go. And do I still have the paint tool out? No, if I go back here to surfaces, sculpt geometry tool, I'm just going to make this smaller. I can do this and paint my nostril in. Okay, great. Maybe even some of these things out. And this area here looks gnarly, but now, oh. Remember, you can also use the edit edge flow option on this too, and it'll do a lot of things for you if you're trying to do things automatically. Otherwise, you gotta nudge them around slowly but steadily. Okay, and I'm gonna call that good. I see some funny kind of shadowy areas on here. I'm just gonna go to mesh display and hit soften edge. Soften edge kind of made, it's just because some of them have a different degree angles on them and things like that. I think they should be fine. I'm just going to do one more check on this too, just because I'm looking at it, I don't see any problems, but you never know. If I go to select, I can go and use constraints. If I go to face mode, and if I go in here and look for end-sideds on the current and next selection, and I drag across here, bloop, there, it's found me an n-gon, and that's probably, an n-gon I made. Okay, because earlier I went and I'm going to hit close and reset. Actually, let's just do one more thing. Check for triangles. And there's no triangles. I'm just going to hit close and reset. Now, what that was is in the mouth, and that's that spot where I did an edge loop through and I just deleted all the edges. If I just grab the multi-cut tool, you're never going to see anything here in the mouth. So I just went and I did a triangle there. If I wanted to, I could make a quad across here. And everything went blotchy. Something funky here with the geometry. I'm just going to go to mesh display, and I'm going to hit set to face. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to hit soften edge. And a weird thing is fixed, whatever it was. Set to face fixed whatever problem there was, I think. And let's delete the history. I can fill in my eye sock now. Actually, before I do too much more of the eye sock, I might just go and pop in a few edge loops. You'll probably get the shape a little bit better. Grab face and hit mesh, fill hole. Grab any component around the hole you want to fill in and use fill hole. It could be any component. And right here, I could do this really fast. I could do a poke face, and that'll give me triangles all over the place, or I can cut it up using the multi-cut tool. And just try and look and make everything even. This doesn't matter. You shouldn't really see it. You never know, though. Get haunted by this later on. Okay, what have I got here? Oh, I'm gonna get lazy. Triangle. There's another one here. Yeah, no one's gonna notice these things inside of the eyes. Okay, so that should be happy. What time are we at? Oh, 19-minute mark. Okay, let's just take this and I'm just going to check the front view just to make sure I'm not crazy. And I hit 4, look at the vertices. And if I want to make them all in a straight line, okay, it looks like when I zoom in, They look like they should be fine. I don't see any weird anomalies down here. But if there was a problem, if you go into the move tool, you just go into move snap, you turn off that retain component spacing, and then if I hold down X, there, felt like something might have been off slightly. Okay, and I'm going to go to mesh and hit mirror. And when I mirror, I usually like to have my threshold, merge threshold, set to 0.001, and I don't like that cut geometry, but it's on. And let's just check out one other thing. If I go over here and I hit 5, and I look at the model, okay, there's a bit of a weird edge in the middle. If I go and I hit mesh display and I hit soften edge, make conform, soften edge, I shouldn't see any of those weird hard edges in the middle. If I see any of those weird hard edges in the middle, it means the vertices are most likely not merged. Okay, so that's good. And I'm just going to delete the history. And also, too, like you might even notice there's a weird little kind of a shadow right here. That's probably because this angle of these are a little bit sharp right here. So I might try to relax those down or something. If I grab, say, this edge, I think I've shown you I've got a tool called the OA Relax Verts, but if I go in and let's just grab some more edges here, and I go to vertices, grow selection, and I'll just hit G and grow it one more time. And then I'll go to the surface menu, and under the sculpt geometry tool, when you're using that relax feature, there's a flood option. This is why I like this tool better than all these stupid sculpting things up here. Those are just annoying. They don't flood on selected vertices. Do this, and boom, I've got better flow. And I could grab more of those if I wanted to and do a bit more relaxing, but I'm done. 22 minutes. I'm going to stop this video here.